put it on the table.
Put it on the table.
Put it on the table.
This is Sheriff Gary McFadden. Again, we have another segment called Put It on the Table. Put it on the table, we put anything on the table that we want to talk about. And today, people say you have a special guest. People say you got a great guest. I just got a guest. And so just saying that got a guest because this is how we work as a guest. But he's not a guest to a lot of us, and he's not a guest to me. He's a guest inside my detention center because he's doing magnificent things inside. Things that nobody's ever seen, nobody's talked about, and I can guarantee you, no other detention center in the United States has it. Maybe Roanoke, Virginia may get it because I know they try to follow us and do a lot of things because they even got a National Hot Dog Day down in Roanoke, but I know they don't have this many people, and they don't have somebody like Josh Proby who's going to talk about the next great 50. So I'm going to let my friend Josh talk about the next great 50, but Josh, just tell them who you are at first.
I'm Joshua Proby. I did 12 years in prison, have multiple mugshots downtown Mecklenburg County. Served my time and came home and decided to do something different. I came to Sheriff and told Sheriff about the program, which we do business credit, personal credit, mental health, character building, strategic planning, and website development. We do it all for free for the returning citizens, and we have up until this point already graduated 56 individuals who are incarcerated. Yes, they have their business before they are released. Their credit is being repaired, they have website presence, and we're prepared for them to come back into the community successful, which also will allow us to help reduce recidivism. But of course, because of Mr. McFadden and his boldness to be able to step outside of the box and be able to give everybody a true opportunity. This isn't a hoax, this isn't a gimmick. We're going into our third year of being successfully graduating those. And even upcoming, Sheriff McFadden has also stepped outside the box and said, hey, we're not only gonna give this to the returning citizens, but we're also gonna be able to allow our staff to improve their credit so that they can be able to have home ownership. So the way that he is absolutely allowing his entire detention center to not just be programs, but to be action, to learn and have action is just amazing. So I'm grateful. I'm excited for the things that are coming, and just grateful for him being able to take a chance and trust his own dreams and visions for what he has for the detention center and what life should be rather than just lockup.
Well, I'll tell y'all, the first time, and I'll say this, when Josh came to me, never forget it, standing on the corner of the sidewalk, invited me to an event. I got the flyer, I looked at it, I said, can my schedule make it? Try to make too many events that day. Didn't make his event. He saw me again, called me out, checked me, as they say in the street, asked me to stand on my word. And I said, so what do you want to do, Josh? He told me. And then all of a sudden, we start working during COVID.
Yep.
And I always love to tell the story. A lot of people bet us out. A lot of people took us through times that they shouldn't take us through, trying to downplay it. But once it got up and running, I'll say this, I've never seen nothing like it. And that's why when I go anywhere to talk about it, when people are talking about job readiness and literacy and all this and financial, I said, we got all of that. We done moved on to entrepreneurship and LLCs. And that's a shocking thing because I love to take the pictures around and said, I have returning citizens with LLCs.
Right.
But now we done move another step because we're graduating so many people. We're gonna have a big graduation.
Yes, yes. So we're having a big graduation coming up August 11th. August 11th, we will be having 66 total businesses walking across the stage. That is from the returning citizens of just this cohort. From the returning citizens program, we will have 15 youth graduating as well. And we also have 30 individuals from the community graduating. So the same program that we offer to those who are returning citizens, we offer for youth ages 13 to 19, as well as for the underserved community. And on August 11th, I'm telling you, in Charlotte, North Carolina, you guys definitely want to be in attendance for you guys to see your new business owners. Why is this important? It's important because Charlotte is 50th in economic mobility. And when you are able to create jobs, become entrepreneurs, and have that money circling back into your community, guess what that tackles? That tackles economic mobility. Not only does that, not just the job, but being able to transform the household, which consists of those who are our children, as well as those who are returning citizens. This makes up our core communities at times. So when we're able to give them the proper funding, the proper structure, the proper business layout, and the connections with relationships to help those businesses thrive, this is a program that is totally new, that is totally exciting, and we would love to have you guys come out and see August 11th exactly what this program is as a whole, and come in as a community so we can help it grow and expand.
One thing I like to talk to you about, when people talking about starting a business, you know, everybody said they can start a business.
Right.
Everybody gets a LLC. Everybody gets a website. But credit is important.
Yes, credit is extremely important. I think one of the biggest things that when you come home from prison, as even for myself, when I came home, I didn't know anything about credit. And it was a journey for me to build my credit and to be able to obtain the things that I need. And most of the time people return back to the streets because they can't get the necessities in which that they need, which is car, which is transportation, which is housing. And most of those things are predicated on your credit. So when we're already fixing these things before they get out, and we're also doing that within the community, and we're building theirs as well, these are the components that help you build generational wealth. So we're excited about that. So many people say, well, yeah, they have a business before they get out, but what are you going to do after that? And when you come to the graduation, you'll see the infrastructure of exactly when they are released, what they're coming home to, the support that they have, the contracts that they're going to be able to obtain and be given to them to allow them to make a good means as they return back into society so they don't have to return back the other way.
And the last thing I want to talk about that's also near and dear to me, when we were talking about this, mental health. Mental health. Most people don't know how important it is to have good mental health on a daily basis, but especially when you're trying to have a business.
Yes.
And so that was important for you to the beginning of this journey through Next Great 50, have your mental health.
Absolutely. Mental health was very key to me. When I first came home from prison, I was at the Salvation Army. When I was at the Salvation Army, I was getting bit by bed bugs and riding a moped back and forth to work. That is most likely what most people would say the breaking point, whether a person decides to continue to keep going to be successful or whether they return back to old ways. And it was in that moment that I realized that my mental was way more important than the actual tangible money that I got. So being able to implement the mental health portion in this program is way more vital, because not only do we give them the mental health skills, but we speak to them from the position they understand, right? Their mothers wasn't in the house. Their fathers was addicts. Their mothers was addicts. Kids was taken away. They struggled. They watched their mom beat them, alcohol. It was so many real situations that they're able to uncover that because of relationship and because of relatability, they're able to open up. And once we're able to do that, those walls come down and they're able to understand how their mental health can truly hinder. Just because they have a LLC or just because they have a business does not necessarily mean success. We have to tackle these things, and when they open up to that, it allows them to become more creative and allows them to finish the program strong.
Good. Well, Josh, I thank you. We're going to get out this hot sun.
Hot.
On July 17th, National Hot Dog Day in the middle of the park. But I would love for everybody to come out, hear me speak. Don't even have to come out to hear me speak. Come out and see businesses in your city develop that you would never see develop anywhere else under the Next Great 50, Peace for Poverty. I support it, you should support it. And everybody say, Sheriff, why are you doing this? Well, you answer this question. How would you want me to allow your citizen to return to the community? And again, Next Great 50, Peace for Poverty, put it on the table. Sheriff Gary McFadden, Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office.